Holiday. One day, the Fat Controller arranged with Thomas to take his wife and grandchildren to the seaside. The sun shone and everywhere looked splendid. But Lady Had was feeling hot and tired. She took her troubles out on Annie and Clabo. "Those coaches are old and uncomfortable. Why don't you use them as beach huts instead?" Thomas was most upset. "You won't let them turn Annie and Clabo into beach huts, will you?" "Of course not, Thomas," replied his driver. "But I must admit they could be smartened up." Later in the day, Percy took the family to Harrow's airfield at Dryall. They were just about to board Harrow when it happened. A biplane zoomed overhead, and suddenly it came out of nowhere and buzzed right over the Fat Controller's head. "What was that?" gasped the Fat Controller. "That's Tiger Moth," grumbled Harrow. "It's rude and flies much too low." "So I could see. Please take us up, Harrow, before there's another disturbance." A few days later, Harold arrived at their holiday home with bad news. "It's Tiger Moth," he said. "It's gone missing. Do you wish to join the search with us?" "I think I'd better." He boarded Harold and they took off into the sky. They looked everywhere for Tiger Moth until, "There's Tiger Moth," called the Fat Controller. When they landed, he spoke severely to the pilot. "You were showing off and flying dangerously. I will speak to your controller and request that you are grounded." "Yes, sir," replied the pilot. "Now, if you excuse me, I shall return to my holiday." "Jolly good idea, sir." The next day, the Fat Controller had arranged to meet up with Bertie to take them somewhere special. They arrived at a small river inland. "What a beautiful boat!" exclaimed the grandchildren. "It's my special treat." The Fat Controller took the helm with his wife beside him. "It is so nice to be away from the railway for once," he said to her. "And far cleaner," she replied. "But life on the river is very different from that on the rails." The family were enjoying themselves so much that they forgot to watch where they were going, as they went aground and stuck in a muddy bank. "Botheration," said the Fat Controller. "We're stuck." And they were. Other boats tried to pull them off the mud bank, but it was no use. Percy saw the commotion and stopped. "Is there anything we could do to help?" he called. "Yes, indeed there is," replied the Fat Controller. "This is the life, isn't it, dear?" Soon they arrived at a small station. There was Thomas with Annie and Clabo, who were looking as smart as their new paint inside and out. "My!" exclaimed Lady Had. "What splendid coaches! So much more suitable than those old beach huts on wheels." No one said a word. As they puffed along, Annie and Clabo spoke to Thomas. "It's very nice to get compliments, but no matter what we look like, we'll always be useful, won't we, Thomas?" "Of course," their friend replied.